past few weeks on Second Act Naija, we have been building a very deliberate conversation. We began by asking a difficult question: who are you without your title? We went further to establish that retirement is not always gentle. It is revealing, it exposes our identity, it exposes our structure, and our need for validation. And today, I want us to take that conversation one step further. Because before retirement exposes anything, something else is already happening. Okay, many professionals do not fail after retirement. They fail before retirement. Quietly, gradually, unnoticed, not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack experience, but because they misunderstand the final phase of their careers. The last 5 years before retirement are not for coasting. Those years are for preparation. For most professionals, these final years feel normal. They still go to the office, still hold their title. They are still respected. So it is easy to assume that life will continue smoothly. But something is changing. The structure that has carried you for decades is about to disappear. And if you do not prepare for that moment, retirement will expose you. Not suddenly, but steadily. Through small gaps, small assumptions, small delays. Let us look at this more closely. Number one, the first mistake is continuing life exactly as before. You still go to work, you attend meetings, you perform your role as if nothing is changing. But, gentlemen, something is changing. Time is shifting. Relevance is evolving. And quietly, the system is already preparing for life without you. Mistake number 2. The second mistake is delaying reinvention. Many professionals assume, when I retire, I will now think about what next. But by then, the energy is no longer the same. The network that you had before, because of work, is no longer as strong. The momentum has slowed. Reinvention is not something you begin at the end. Reinvention is something you prepare for while still in motion, while still in office. The third mistake, mistake number 3, is confusing activity with progress. After retirement, many men are still busy, run here and there, but they are not building anything. They are busy doing nothing. They attend events, they run around, they get involved in different things, but they're not building anything of substance. Activity is not structure. Being busy is not the same as being intentional. This brings us to mistake number 4. And this is avoiding important conversations. In those 5 years, many people avoid conversations with their spouses. They avoid honest conversations with their family. Even with themselves, they avoid an honest conversation about finances, about expectations, about the future. So retirement arrives with unanswered questions. Many unanswered questions. This leads us to mistake number 5, which is perhaps the most dangerous of all the mistakes. This is called passive hope. The belief that something will work out, something will just work out. But life after work does not arrange itself. Life after work does not organize itself. It does not define itself. It must be designed with a lot of intention. But there is another group of people I must speak to. These are not those people approaching retirement, but those people whose careers have already been disrupted. You were sacked, company wound down, downsizing, whatever you want to call it. So somewhere between the ages of 35 and 45, you find out that your job has ended. Your path has changed. And since then, life has become very uncertain. The mistake that the people going towards retirement make is the same as the mistake this group makes: living without design. What retirement will expose in some, life has already exposed in you. And that is not a disadvantage. It is an opportunity to begin again intentionally. Let's do a little exercise before we bring this to a close. Let me suggest something simple. Take a quiet moment. No pressure, just honest reflection. Ask yourself, what am I currently postponing about my life after work? Is it your investment? Is it your structure? Is it purpose? Is it identity? Is there something I already know which I should be thinking about but have pushed aside? Sometimes the issue is not ignorance. It is delay. So what should the last 5 years look like? There should be years of reflection. There should be years of redesign. There should be years of repositioning. If you are within 5 years of retirement, then let me ask you one more question. Are you preparing or are you postponing? The last 5 years of your career will determine the next 20 years of your life. Let that sink. The last 5 years of your working life will determine the next 20 years of your life. Retirement is not the end of work. It is the beginning of a different life. And that life must be designed. For you may be alive 30 years after retirement. Next Sunday, we will take this conversation even further. Because preparation alone is not enough. We must begin to answer a deeper question. What exactly are you preparing for? What does a well-designed second act look like? What are the pillars that hold your preparation together? That is where we are going next. Thank you for watching. God bless you.